Hey guys, it's Jess, your host for Mondays on the Beaver Bunch, and again, I know I'm making my video after midnight, but it's work. I just got home. Anyways, so I first of all wanted to let everybody know that I finally upgraded my phone, and I no longer have my, that's the cat, I no longer have my super old BlackBerry Pearl, I think it was. It was like 5 years old, so I went in and I got the new HTC One S, so I finally have a smartphone. Yay. Yeah, all right, so on to this week's topic, which I think is actually really interesting. So I want to kind of read it to you. So this girl says she's been in a relationship for almost 7 months with this girl that she met at school. She said when they started dating, she was really gay, not like super masculine, but she was definitely into girls, and you could tell. She said 2 months ago she had a talk with her about doubting her sexuality and concluded that she was at most like 5% bisexual. The girl that wrote to us, told her girlfriend that she was totally fine with that, and she even feels that she's a little bit bisexual as well. I'm just reading what they said. I'll give you my opinion on it in a second. Then she said more recently she told her that she's been doubting her sexuality a lot more, and it's making her really depressed. And this the person who wrote in wants to know if we have any advice for her and what she should do, how she should deal with the situation. She told her girlfriend that as long as she still loves her, it's okay, they can get through this, which is absolutely commendable. It sounds like they have really good communication, which is the most amazing, perfect basis to build on, right? So I don't know. There are so many different scenarios that I could I don't know, hypothesize about, or just sort of like throw out there and guess as to why this girl is just now having these feelings of questioning her sexual orientation. And so I think that I don't really know. I don't know. I think that let's say for example, there is someone in particular that she's into, someone at work, someone at school, whatever, somebody that she sees on a regular basis, that she is attracted to. Maybe she's not ready to talk about it. Maybe she's not wanting to actually say it out loud to make it real. So she's just sort of saying, I'm having these feelings. What do I do? In that case, this is like absolute worst case, I think, scenario. This is if you think that you can handle it and you guys really want to make it work in the end, so on and so forth. Worst case scenario is you split up. I know that's not fun. I know nobody wants to hear that, but I'm being honest and real. And you split up, you give her a chance to, because it sounds like it's really affecting her emotionally, everything. I mean, and this can be something that's really draining. So, maybe it's best that you guys sort of separate, do your own thing, let her figure out her whatever it is that she's going through right now. She needs to do a lot of introspection, it sounds like, and really figure out where these feelings are coming from. And then you also, that will give you an opportunity to sort of step away from the situation and do your thing as well. Again, that's worst case scenario. But if it were to come down to something like that, it would be highly beneficial for the two of you to sit down and have a very open dialogue about what it is that you expect from the split, what you are going to work on, things of that nature. Just make sure that you are very open about your communication and what it is that you want, and be nice about it. Yeah, okay. And then I was sort of doing a little bit of Google search, and I found this article, and it's by this, let's see, it's this guy who writes this blog. It's called Homologous Legs, and the guy that writes it, well, shucks, it doesn't say, oh, Jack Scanlon. Okay, so he is writing a blog. It's called A Few Words About Bisexuality and the Spectrum of Human Sexual Orientation. And I'm just going to quickly read like a little excerpt of what I was reading that I thought was very interesting. He says, sexual orientation can be imagined as a spectrum of preference between the two sexes. So male at one end, female at the other, and then, bisexual in the middle. And he says, but how accurate is this view? What about the other areas of the spectrum between the three defined orientations, which absolutely makes sense, because I think too often, not more often, but too often, people tend to put themselves, I am 100% gay, I am 100% straight, I am absolutely 50-50. No, that's not how we work. And over time, over the years, we grow and we change, and our sexual orientation is no different. That can also change. It's okay. I think that sometimes we believe that it's taboo if we have been saying that we're this our whole lives, and then suddenly we might be a little bit of this. That's okay. People change, and I think that we should be a little bit more accepting of that. And then he also says, he goes on to say, like most things relating to human experience and preference, sexuality does not fit into a series of well-defined labels. To understand what he means, he says, let's break sexuality down into multiple categories. Gender is not the only characteristic people have a preference for in other people. Physical traits that are independent from gender, such as eye color, hair color, body type, height, and skin color, also play a role in the determination of subjective attractiveness, as do personality traits, so on and so forth. So you guys get what I'm saying. I'm gonna put this in the description, and you guys can check it out yourself. But do some research. Basically, it's just saying that she should know that it's okay for her to be having these feelings. If she wants to act on these feelings, that's totally different, and that is something that will affect your relationship. So you need to sit down and have a very open dialogue about that with her. It sounds like you're really open and honest and all of that, and I think that you've already come far. So good luck. I hope that I was able to give you some good advice and you could take something from it. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye, guys.